July 4th, everyone. I'm Tom Shalhoub, in for Greg, who's celebrating the holiday by reading his autobiography to orphans. Since it's almost Independence Day, we should give this some thought. We keep asking our politicians to get things done. Who will make my gas cheaper? Who will pay my student loans? Well, I was recently looking at that famous JFK inauguration speech. You remember the one.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
A great line, right? And really a gutsy line for a politician. I mean, think about it. It's his first day in office, and he says, "My fellow Americans, don't look at me. You want something done, do it yourself." That is refreshing, isn't it? And that's what I want to hear more of. From now on, when I'm looking at candidates, I only have one thing on my wish list. Give me this one thing, and all the other things fall into place. Give me freedom. It's sad that we have to say that, isn't it? It's supposed to be a given. Remember the Constitution? The First Amendment is all about freedom. There's a reason the Founding Fathers put it first. Hey, thanks, old white guys. Yeah. But the bureaucrats in charge say freedom is great, but it'll have to wait. We're in a climate crisis. We're in a health emergency. We have a banking crisis. We'll fix it for you. Your freedom will be back soon. Thank you for your patience. We're all in this together. No, thank you. And if there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that we are not all in this together. So let's try freedom, shall we? Freedom to run my business. And if you try to take it away, I'm going to throw pizza at you. Yeah. And medical freedom. This has to be absolute. No required medical treatments, none. And never again will we engage in these foolish protocols by people who look like they think donuts are a vegetable. No testing. I'm not going to stick a swab up my nose for you. And no temperature checks. How did anyone ever think this was acceptable? In order to come into my establishment, you're going to have to let me point this gun at your head and pull the trigger, okay? Sounds great. No contact tracing. I'm not going to tell you who I've been meeting with, where I've been. That never should have happened. And freedom of thought, which is the big one. The one they fear more than anything else. No matter what Merrick Garland believes, you're allowed to think whatever you want to think, whether it's true or not. That second part, very important. People like to say things like, you're allowed to believe what you want, but you're not allowed to spread misinformation. Yes, yes you are. That's the whole idea of freedom of speech. You're allowed to speculate. You're allowed to opinionate. You're allowed to bloviate, like we're about to do on tonight's show. This is America, not Canada. So say it with me at home, would you? You are allowed to say things that may not be true. Things like, I'm a journalist. Or, Bidenomics is working for the American people. Or, I am tall. You can say it. So let's hear it for freedom. And remember the words of JFK, ask not. Because when it came to freedom, those guys at Lexington and Concord didn't ask. They went out and got it. Yeah, otherwise, go ahead, go ahead. All right, never mind that, a little applause. Otherwise, with the way this country's going, we're going to be seeing commercials like this.
Because of the current state of the nation, bank failures, skyrocketing crime, civil unrest, inflation, and a 10th damn Fast and Furious movie, the United States government has decided to throw in the towel.
That's right. It's the United States of America going out of business sale. You'll enjoy nation-sized savings on everything from bridges and tunnels to notepads and fighter planes. Notepads and fighter planes. That's right. We've got nuclear-powered aircraft carriers priced to move. Priced to move. Not to mention rock-bottom prices on courthouses and office buildings. Plus, you'll enjoy 3.9% financing on lightly used national monuments. Lightly used national monuments. And if you act now, we'll throw in a complimentary Predator drone with every purchase. The United States of America going out of business sale. Call your congressman for details, but hurry. When America's done, so are the savings.
Welcome tonight's guests. She taught Katy Perry what a real firework is. Former State Department spokeswoman and founder of Polaris National Security, Morgan Ortegas. This Jesus is looking for apostles, but you have to apply on Twitter. Social scientist and YouTube host Hotep Jesus. He's got nerves of steel and feet to match. Retired Marine Corps bomb technician and Fox News contributor Joey Jones. And police use his act to disperse unruly crowds. Comedian Joe Mackey. I'm sorry, Joe, that joke was left over from Gutfeld's introductions.
I'm surprised the crowd didn't boo.
So true. Look, this whole monologue, Morgan, was something I wanted to do based on the idea. I hear conservatives say this all the time. Someone will say, you have a right to free speech, but you can't employ misinformation. And I say, no. If you're really conservative, this is called the right to be wrong. Do you know what I mean?
You have the right to be a dumbass in America. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that is enshrined in our Constitution. And so it's true.
The Democrats built a whole party around it.
Do what you got to do. By the way, I have to take an aside. I know that the camera keeps showing me, but everyone thinks that Joey loves America the most because he gave up his legs for this country. I just have to say, I love America the most tonight. I have on my American flag pants. So, Joey.
It's a close.
I will raise you a steel foot, Joey, for my America pants.
For fashion only, you have tremendously better legs than I'll ever do.
Sorry, I had to digress and talk about my pants.
Well, how do you feel about the state of freedom in America? A lot of what I said had to do with the medical stuff, because I do think that was the worst infringement on American freedoms that we've ever seen.
Well, luckily we have this show. We have Greg, we have you, we have Joe, we have everybody that can come here and give the middle finger to all of the self-proclaimed censors. So I'm okay with that.
It's true. Hotep, what do you think of the state of freedom? I mean, we're here. I don't want to be a downer, because we're here. We're coming to the 4th of July. Where is freedom in America today?
We have lots of freedom, especially this year in election. We have lots of great options. We have a juiced-up anti-vaxxer. We have a governor with the charisma of Jeb Bush. We have a dementia patient with a crackhead son who don't take care of his babies.
Who's he talking about? Johnny Joey Jones. We are we in a freedom crisis? Do we have to remember what our founders, they put in these documents, and now we have bureaucrats who say, well, no, we believe in freedom. We had the president say, give me a break with your freedom. I heard Schwarzenegger say that, oh, damn your freedoms.
He needs to get back in the chopper, man. Get the hell on out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, what we have in this country, the plague that we're really, the scourge that we're really dealing with is institutionalized insecurity. We're no longer told we can go make it for ourselves. We don't even believe we can have children and take care of them anymore. So the things we don't do now, like partake in our freedoms, are because we've been indoctrinated, or at least our kids have, and not believing in ourselves enough to take any kind of risk to go get it done. You can't go start a business, so you need to work for the government. You don't need to have 5 kids because you can't raise them, or you don't even have what it takes to raise the kids you have. And so that's the problem. We have institutionalized insecurity within us. And what happens with insecure people? They lash out in irrational ways. They create safe spaces because they're afraid to hear something they don't like. They call everything an ist. It's racist, misogynist, whatever it is. Not to say those things aren't real. They're just not real every time you say them. And so this type of insecurity that exists among young people, but now even millennials and so many generations of Americans has been learned. It's not within us. The spirit of America lives within us, and that's a spirit of, hey, you know what? You tell me I can't do it, dare me, because I'm going to go do it and show you. That's what independence is.
There you go. Jeremy. Joe Mackey, should Americans appreciate freedom more, and what can we do to get it through to them?
Of course, we should appreciate freedom more. And I just want to say, I almost wore my flag pants today. And had we both worn flag pants, we'd look silly. And wow, that was inspirational. I wish you could have helped me out when I didn't father all those kids. But I'll say what the problem is here, Tom. The government will mess up and then give itself more power. For instance, on 9/11, a couple of the pilots of the hijacked planes, the hijackers, violated the rules of their visas. Then they committed this atrocity, and instead of the government saying, well, we should enforce the laws that we already have the power to enforce, they have to see my penis when I go on an airplane. And if I say you can't see my penis, they're like, well, then we get to touch your penis. And I'm like, well, that was worse than the first one. It's like two bad options. It's like voting, you know?
You know, Joe, that doesn't really actually happen to everybody else. I don't know who you're going through security. Don't let them touch your penis anymore.
Are you offering? Are you like?
No, the security can see the machine can see the. Okay, we'll talk about this more offline. But the thing that I'm trying to say is, Tom, we have to stay vigilant against government overreach. For instance, the FISA court is up for renewal, and basically what the FISA court is, it's a fake court, because you can't have a real court that's secret and has one side. But instead of saying with indignation that this needs to end, a lot of people just aren't paying attention. We're spending the whole time talking about flag pants.
It is controversial. And I do appreciate that. And that's why I said we need that revolutionary spirit again. Instead of begging for our freedoms, we're just going to have to go out and take them, right?